good still.
I still have battery left.
Okay, she still has battery.
The city was thinking of coming up with a slogan or something, and I know I heard there was talk about it. Has there ever been a decision made on the slogan, like live, work, play or something?
Not that I know of.
Are we still pursuing that?
You know, I think with all the other issues, that's kind of been put back just a little bit. We've looked at some. I know Economic Development Commission has looked at some. Yeah, you can.
The Economic Development Commission has looked at it based on a tourism brand. So not just a city slogan that everyone in the city loves and embraces. It's for people coming here. But in that process, we've realized, working with our partner, the LVCVA, who does the majority of marketing for Mesquite right now, that's going to be our best advantage to capitalize our dollar. Because we can go out and try to do it, but we don't have that much. In fact, we don't have any money to do it. So if we can leverage the money that's already in place with a relationship that's already in place, with expertise that's already in place, that's what we're going to do. So we've had to back burner that just a little bit. For the next time when they redo the website, they have agreed to allow the city and local businesses to have input, to participate in that process. So they say, what gets people here? And like I said, it's a slogan not for community at large, but for people coming in. So some people say, that doesn't resonate with me. Well, it not necessarily doesn't have to resonate with you, but it does need to resonate with the people from Colorado, from Utah, from Las Vegas, from California coming in. That's what needs to resonate with.
Plus, I think you got to keep the big picture. I realize that tourism is maybe a part of the puzzle, but the big one, what does Mesquite want? Do we want people to live here? Do we want people to work here?
Right, and that's a bigger issue.
Do we want people to play here? And the play part is the tourists.
Right.
Come and play, have fun.
I mean, but I think we can't say, we have a slogan that says, we are everything to everyone. We can't do that.
No, I understand.
So we have to do some sort of target. And so that's that one piece that was looked at and talked about previously. I think maybe some people kind of got it bigger than it was. It was just on this tourism piece that we were talking about.
So the slogan is still on the to-do list?
Yes. And it's on the to-do list when LVCVA redoes their website and redoes their marketing.
Yeah, then you can go with banners, on the Mesquite Boulevard. And I know there was talk about painting the tank, that water tank that's above the freeway.
Yep.
But that would all tie in with that. So just
No, a common brand.
common branding.
Any other questions?
Mark, you comment a lot about the activities in town. Now, I know, I travel back and forth to McCarran Airport quite frequently, and the local shuttle service when the NASCAR is in North Las Vegas, they actually run special shuttles back and forth from Mesquite because there's so many people who stay in Mesquite. Nevertheless, if you go around town where there's millions of dollars being pumped into Vegas during this event, we don't publicize it. Why don't we tie into events around us?
I couldn't answer that question. Because that would be more of a business issue as opposed to a government issue. When I worked at the Virgin River, we publicized NASCAR all the time. We had box seats, we gave away tickets. We would send 4 or 5 bus loads every single day during the big NASCAR race. It was quite something. I was there for the inaugural, the first race. I was there for a lot of them. And we would literally put thousands of people on buses every NASCAR race to go down and take care of that. We still get them. They still come here. It's like Comdex, which was the big showdown in Vegas. I would get calls from friends. Hey, I know you live in Mesquite. Do you have an extra room? Because there's no hotel rooms from Vegas to St. George. So we are getting a lot of that overflow, if there is overflow. But right now, because of the economy, things have shrunk a lot. So we were capitalizing on it just by virtue of being here and back with the NASCAR races. And of course, you have NHRA. You have all these things going on. You go to the National Finals Rodeo, good luck finding a room anywhere, even here. So, and we capitalize on the Mesquite with the St. George Marathon. A lot of people come here to stay while they do that. So I think if businesses want to market to those, they can, they certainly do. I can't really answer the question. It's really not something that a city would really get involved in, other than, just backing off, let them do what they need to do. But they are trying to capitalize on that as far as I know. That would be a better question to ask of Greg Lee and Anthony Tody.
Sure. When it comes to being business friendly, staff gets it. We understand the importance of bringing business into this community. It's the lifeblood of this community. One of the things that we're trying not to do when people come in and inquire about a business license is scare them, overwhelm them with regulations, because that's something that can really frighten people off. In Newcastle, Colorado, whereas previously we treated our planner like Billy Carter. We kept him chained in the basement until it was the appropriate time to bring him forward and talk to people about regulations. So we understand that regulations can be daunting. And again, our intent is not to scare away business, and our intent is to help bring it in. We can do that by having a much more open and flexible approach to new businesses in this community.
Now you know one of the reasons why we hired this guy.
A question on licensing. I understand that you can only, there are several people who have had to back off from business in big buildings and have gone back into homes to keep their business going. But I also understand where we only allow one license in a home, one business license. Is it possible to think about considering two? I mean, we have families that
Sure.
have two different businesses that they could operate that might still keep that going and
Yeah.
move forward on that.
I see people going, something that can be worked on. So it's a very good point, and you can write it down. We'll take it out. How's that? It'll be on his hot list, trust me. I'm going to see about 18 copies of it.
I have one more thing. I just, speaking with from the point of being part of the Mesquite Chamber, the Chamber is working really hard and working with the city. And one of the things we're trying to do is bring more events to town so that we can help get the people in here and get them to know and use the businesses here. So events that you might like to see come, you might let us know what kind of event you're looking at. I mean, we have a big one that we're working on coming up in October that we're hoping to bring a lot of people. And so, you know, we're there trying to help people as well, and the city's working well with us.
Which event in October?
The event that we're working on in November is actually called, in October, is called Go Butte Days. And what it is tying in everything Western. The arts community is not going to hold their art festival this year. So we're going to be bringing in all the arts. We're bringing in two different runs. We have a half marathon and a 5K, which will bring in runners. We have all kinds of local businesses that are tying in with different things, like even bringing, using the amphitheater and bringing in like cowboy poetry, the Indians, their history. We've reduced our fees for the businesses or the arts. They're only going to be $25. And there's not going to be any fee to come. And we're trying to get a lot of live entertainment, working with the families that are here, like on Saturday, bringing in, some of you may have gone to Mesquite Has Talent. There's a lot of children here in this town that have got some great talents, and we'll bring families out. And if we can get the families out and doing things, then they have a chance to get into the businesses. So that's part of what we're working on right now.
And this is going to be in November?
October.
October.
October 11th and 12th.
Oh, excellent.
Any other questions? Well then, thank you all for coming out. We don't want to keep you any longer if you don't have any more questions, so appreciate you coming. Thanks for the questions. We will work on that issue with business licenses in a home. I think that's something that can be looked at and solved rather quickly. So, thank you very much.